Hello, my friends. This is a regularly scheduled live stream every day, Tuesday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. We also do Friday, 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. every week. I think I said every day, every week, 3 p.m. 4 p.m. So we're gonna cover SPY. We're gonna cover Bitcoin. We're gonna get into Tesla. We'll probably look at Theta, and then we should have some Q&A that comes on before the end of the hour. Overall, this is looking pretty solid. We're in the last hour, right? So we had this high between 2 and 3. Matter of factly, we have this like move into key resistance, decline back down, creating a high there just after 2 o'clock, or you could say right at 2 o'clock. So nailed that, and then the decline off of that high is supposed to offer opportunity to open up a long position, and it looks like that's taking place. We should push the upper end of this range higher into new highs, or the same high or a higher high probably. I would close out of that long at the end of the day most likely. So like I've been saying, unlikely that this was going to be a lowest low based on what had been transpiring throughout the early part of the month. Interesting enough, the rally early in the day on the 17th did offer opportunity to open up a short, and even still today would have offered up an opportunity. So tomorrow we're probably going to be bumping up against this resistance right here. Let's see, like right around here probably. Probably right there. Let's see if that's the one. Approximately 584.60. If you're just hopping on, you're new to the channel, we're going to cover SPY, which we're covering right now. We're going to cover Tesla. We're going to cover Bitcoin, probably Theta Network. And then we should have some members who've hopped on by that point asking questions. And we'll see what they've got to ask. Right now, what I'm attempting to see is if this is the resistance that we should have multiple failed attempts to break through tomorrow. I got a yes for that resistance, but I also got some clear kinetics there. Meaning that the card flew out of the deck. Yeah, so we're probably going to come up against that resistance is my sense. It'll either be that resistance, which most likely is what it's going to be, or it'll be like right here. But either way, we should have multiple failed attempts to break through that. Excuse me, guys. I haven't been feeling well all day. Um, and it gets kind of mixed, and then we probably have another highest high, if not a higher one, on the 25th. So really the play is to wait until the 25th at that high and probably open up a short there, close the short on the 28th. We'll revisit that when we get closer to that day and we look at it in more detail on the one day reading. All right, let's take a look at Bitcoin. Matter of fact, let's take a look at Tesla first here. So if you're following the day trade here, you likely would have opened up a long position here midday and hopefully close it here with this high that we had between 1 and 2 o'clock. Looks like it came like right at 2 o'clock. There may be another opportunity to close out of it tomorrow if you don't want to do a day trade, probably first thing in the morning. What the heck? Where did my drawings go? But it's on a weird chart. I wonder if I can copy this over. Nice, it does carry over. Nice little detail option to be able to do that, Trading View. I applaud you. Hey, it was luck. So there's probably decline at least early in the day tomorrow. Let's see what it looks like from the daily. Pretty mixed day, at least 2 highs. So the next trade from the multi-day view, the next solid trade is starting on the 25th. So we'll revisit that around the 25th. Meta and EMPH, more overall bull or bear, sure thing. And then we'll cover Bitcoin after that. If you're new to the channel, Meta is one of the tickers that we'll be covering starting in December readings on a monthly basis by the day, predicting the highs and the lows to the day. We just picked it up, so it's currently being covered, but we won't have a daily for it. Oops, that's December. We won't have a monthly for it until December. This one still looks pretty bullish. There might be a pretty big move to the upside right on the cusp of October, November. I'm gonna move this green ellipse out so we didn't quite come to it. You could exit out around these levels if you got in at a good entry point. If you're new to the channel, guys, these ellipses, I draw these ellipses on the chart for anybody who has the link to these live updated trading view charts, so they can have a good guide for entry and exit in case I'm not around to give them an alert. So if you entered in here at a good price, you potentially could get out here. If not, I'm gonna move the expectation a bit more to the upside here, based on what's transpired thus far. Yeah, so it looks like this luxury kind of pattern has unfolded from the second high where we had this, well, not quite a high, but close, this crest that we declined down to and through support, meet another support, and then come back and reuse that as support after breaking through it. But this probably does something along these lines. Is it not gonna let me twist it? There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit. Something like that. Something along those lines going on. So if you're new to the channel, these green ellipses where I kind of expect there to be like a high that forms somewhere within this range here on a 1 year chart kind of scale. So for the remainder of the week, more overall bullish or bearish. It's kind of like a U-shaped dip going on. So we should come back to these price levels or maybe higher ones eventually, like by the end of the month probably. And then ENPH. Oh, I could have sworn I had one for that. This really looks like it's probably coming to a bottom here. But let's see what the cards have to say. So we should see like a move to the upside and then a retracement back down. So probably what we'll do is we'll come back down and we're gonna retest this level right here. This low that we have from the 21st. Yeah. By the end of the week we should retest those, but there should be a move to the upside in between. If you're just joining, guys, we've covered SPY, we've covered Tesla, we've covered ENPH and Meta. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin now. Oh, I mean, guys, if you've been following along, you saw how long ago I drew this. I mean, obviously, when I drew this, it was ahead of when the market got there. I started drawing here. Look at this pattern. I mean, hopefully people have been following along with this Bitcoin trade. I had somebody message me complaining because they entered in here and they exited here. And then they're like, oh man, like I could have stayed in and got this much more profit. It's such like a noob mentality. My God, you got a nice gain. And second off, I also offered this person a trial period where if they had accepted it, which for whatever reason they didn't, it was a free trial, they would have seen all of these re-entry points along the way, and they wouldn't have been messaging me whining about getting too little of a gain. Like, no professional trader is going to whine about getting a gain, period. Please don't. Just don't. It's a quick way to get banned from communicating with me. I don't have time for that negative nonsense. I mean, oh no, you got in here and I told you to get out here, and then you didn't pay attention. Anybody who's been following along day after day after day and watched the whole monthly rather than just the first 30 seconds of it knows that that is not the case at all. It's not even close to what I said. So, you know, don't be that guy, please. It's really annoying. I work my ass off night and day to do this for people, to help people. So when you make a gain and then you whine to me about it, like, I'm just gonna ban you, dude. Give me a break. And I mean, you're whining about something that if you'd paid attention to wouldn't have happened anyways. You would have made more money. You know who you are. Consider it a warning. Yeah, for Meta down. So let's look at it. We'll look at it again on a daily basis. My bad. Where'd my Meta go? Yeah, we should see a pretty notable move to the downside tomorrow. Probably started off the peak today and will continue tomorrow. And then somewhere between Wednesday and Thursday, we turn around and we rally into key resistance. Break down from that resistance pretty notably. And then Friday looks pretty mixed with a pretty significant trade opportunity in there at a resistance level. And that's lining up pretty much with all of the 1 months that I'm looking at from a daily basis. There's a significant trade opportunity on Friday. So if you're, picking a day to watch these lives, I would say the next one you definitely want to be on for is this Friday, where we're going to talk about these trades. Maybe Thursday. All right, so let's take a look at Bitcoin. So this is that drop and pop taking place here. We have this drop, right? Started on the 21st into a peak here. I expected more of a decline, though, than we had. But in any case, there's this drop, and then it should be followed by a move from the bottom of a range back to the top of a range. And since we didn't go back down as far as I thought maybe we were going to go, let's see if we come back up higher than I thought we were going to go. Let's see. So if you've been following along with these live Discord trade alerts and live updated trading view charts with the entry and the exits drawn on there, then you're in a short position now for a multi-day swing. You just took a nice profit on a longer term swing or a long play to the upside. Hopefully you're one of the people that'll follow through. If you gain from those trades, you follow through on that rule of karma. Don't be the only one not doing that. Don't think I don't notice. I do notice these things, guys. And I'm a Cancer, so I take note. If there's too many notes, then it becomes an issue. So we probably come back up to this price range tomorrow. Well, it could be the end of the day today, actually. I would say if you didn't get into a short and you see us enter this range here of this little ellipse, today or tomorrow, I would say that's an entry point for, like, you have a second chance to get into a short there. Oh yeah, I was looking at 5 days of the week, so I probably just said the wrong word or the wrong day. It was luck. But so far, that's going according to plan. Let's take a look at Theta and see what's going on there. This one's really been pissing me off. Excuse my French. Ugh. So close to that. Just missed it. Annoying. So let's see where that leaves us now. Well, that bodes well, like I said, because we didn't have a lowest low yesterday. It bodes pretty well for these being highs for the month here at the end of the month. So I think we're probably still going to end up in this range based on what's transpired. I wouldn't be too worried if I was looking to exit within this range. If I entered in down here and I'm looking to enter within this range here, or exit within this range here, we should still see that range as an exit. With the much higher price levels in the end of December or beginning of January or February, somewhere around there. That's exactly what it is. It was luck. Was saying, seems like the market is choppy and maybe slightly bearish until Friday, where there's a good trade opportunity. If I am not mistaken, yeah, there's a rally on that either starts somewhere on the 24th and ends on the 25th, or it starts on the 25th and ends midday on the 25th, most likely. But there's a rally into key resistance, probably into a high for the month, and then a decline with consecutively lower spikes up on the way down. So this would be an exit for long and more likely an entry for short for an over the weekend swing into Monday. With that said, guys, I'm going to cut it here. If you're interested in that special offer, the 1 month of consecutive daily stock readings by the hour, the timer on January, or the deadline on January readings is coming around quite quickly, guys. So if you're looking to do that in January, highly recommend hopping on that. We've also got some cool stuff coming out. We're gonna have a Black Friday deal, so be prepared for that. Should be a pretty dope deal. But I'm going to roll with that, guys. Like I said, I'm not feeling that hot, but I will see you guys tomorrow, 8 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern.